going on, everybody? We're back. It is Saturday, April 8th, 2023, run streak day 187, and we're about to kill it on this run here. Inga's with me. She's gonna be starting the run with me, and I'm gonna continue going a little bit further. Probably just doing a short run today, just because I'm trying to rest my foot a little bit. It's a little sore from the last couple runs. Stepped on a rock, and it seems like that's like something that I do more often than I should, unfortunately, step on rocks and hurt my foot. But yeah, so we're probably just doing like 3 or 4 miles. We'll keep the 5K streak going and so forth, but probably not gonna do too much more than that. We're at Jester Park, which is in Johnston, Iowa. I believe it's in Johnston. It's a big park, lots of campgrounds. They have a golf course. It's right by Saylorville Lake. There's lots of trails, and yeah, we're just gonna go explore, maybe do a little bit of hiking after the run, take some pictures. I got a new camera lens that I need to test out, so should be a fun day. All right, so Inga did her half mile. She's back at the truck now. We're both actually testing out some new shoes today. She's testing out her A6 Fuji Tribeca, I want to say they're called, I can't remember. And I am testing out the A6 Trail Scout 2s, since my other 2 pair of A6 trail running shoes are both over 300 miles at this point. One of them is almost 350, I think, at this point. They're still in good shape, still runnable. But I've held on to these Trail Scout 2s for quite a while now. I've had them for like 5 months and I haven't ever used them, so I figured why not. I've been walking around in them the last couple days, so I figured I'd run in them today since I'm gonna be out on the trail anyway. All right, so we hit a little bit of a grassy area here. I think I'm still on the trail. It kind of looked like it ended down there by the end of the dirt road, and then found this grassy spot, but it seems to just kind of go in a circle and spit me back out where I came from. So I don't think this is actually part of the trail. Hopefully I'm not trespassing on somebody's property here. Anyway, the Trail Scout 2s, they're a cheaper A6, pair of A6 I should say. They're not one of like the top of the line ones or anything, but they actually feel pretty good. They feel pretty comfortable. I'll put some video up of what they look like and stuff so you can see. But yeah, I mean, overall they feel good. Not as much padding as the Gel Venture 8s. Those are my favorite of the 3 pairs of A6 that I bought this last year. But these ones are good. So aside from some pain in my foot, the last 2 days, run streak's been going good. I know I haven't put out a video in like a week. I meant to. I did shoot a video, but I didn't like the footage, so I didn't put it out. Yeah, it's going good though. We're still just doing our average, like 5 to 7 miles per run each day. I think I did have a 4-mile run last week, so I was running late for work, but other than that, I'm keeping it 5 or above and feeling pretty good overall. Foot actually feels fine right now. It usually doesn't hurt during the run, mostly after, and so I have to like ice it afterwards. But it feels fine right now in these new shoes. Listen to all the crickets. All right, time to go up the hill. Here we go. I remember this from the last time we were here. It's just like right at the start of the trail. So like right before you're even warmed up. I'm in better shape now than I was at that point though. I can climb up it pretty easy. Could even talk while I'm doing it. ended up going the wrong way on the trail. I wanted to go the way that I didn't go the last time that I was here, and it just kind of spit me back out on the road over by the golf course here. Whew, almost fell there. Okay, now I'm back on a trail. I don't know what trail I'm on. I've only been here twice, so I really don't know my way around these trails or this park. Overall, the park is massive, so you could easily not necessarily get lost, but end up somewhere where you weren't intending to. Good trails though, they're in good shape. It's not muddy. Weather today is incredible. 69 degrees Fahrenheit, nice and sunny. A little bit of a breeze to keep you cool on your run. I'm probably a little overdressed. I'm wearing like tights still. That's just because I'm used to it at this point from winter. All right, so I just got spit out from the trail back onto the road here, and I'm way away from where I thought I was. I'm back near like the visitor center, which is pretty far from the truck. So I'm at 3 miles right now. So I might end up doing 5 today, even though I only intended on doing 3 or 4. 5 is okay. Like I said, the foot feels fine. I just figured I would take it easy for a couple days and give it a little bit of a break. But that's okay. It's not gonna happen. So that is the Outdoor Recreation and Wellness Center. I think Inga said you can like rent snowshoes and other stuff throughout the year there, and they have activities there, and there's like a visitor center over there as well, and a big parking lot. Really cool. By the way, Jester Park doesn't cost anything to come here, which is again amazing. One of the amazing things about Iowa is you can go do stuff for free. So here we have the cabins. Now, there's several campgrounds, both non-electric and electric spots available in the campgrounds. But they also have these cabins that you can rent. And Inga and I were thinking that might be something fun to do on our anniversary in February. Come up here when it's snowy, do some snowshoeing, stay at the cabin. Sounds like a good idea to me. Speaking of anniversaries though, in about 13 days it's going to be my 11th year vegan, all plant-based for 11 years, coming up here shortly. I'm sure I'll do a video that day. Don't know what we're going to do today though. After the run, we are going over to El Michoacano, the Mexican restaurant with the cactus burritos. I think that's what I'm going to have. It's the best. It's so good. So made a quick pit stop here because I saw this thing from running on the road over there. I was wondering what it is. I was thinking there was a sign over here saying what it was, but I don't actually see anything, so I have no idea what it is. Maybe it's just like a giant bird feeder or something. I'm not sure. There was a bunch of birds flying around it, so could be. All right, back to running. All right, well, because we're doing a little bit of extra distance on the run, it gives me a little bit of extra time to do the film review. So I actually watched these a little over a week ago, but might as well review them now. Critters, and I'm talking the entire franchise. That's Critters 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, I'll be brief here. I don't want to go into too much detail on these, but basically Critters, think of Gremlins on meth or PCP. Basically, they're just little fur balls that like to eat people and can shoot little porcupine poison quills out. So number 1 takes place in a small Kansas town. These critters are in like a space jail because they're dangerous. So they're aliens, and they escape, believe it or not. They're smart enough to escape jail and fly a spaceship to Earth, where they crash land in this small town in Kansas, and they run amok. Number 1 is pretty good. Number 1 is worth watching. I'm gonna give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Number 2, Critters number 2, takes place in the same small town in Kansas. Has a lot of the same people in the movie even. Yeah, it was okay as well. I'm gonna say the first one was better, but number 2 is definitely worth watching if you got nothing else to watch. I'll give it 3.3 out of 5 stars. Number 3, bit of a letdown. The way it's kind of advertised on the movie box and poster and stuff is like critters in the city, and it looks like this big city like New York or something. Well, not really. Most of the movie takes place inside of a apartment complex, not necessarily the city. I'm sure they're obviously in a city, but I just kind of felt ripped off that it wasn't like critters in New York or something. Still okay, I guess. I'll give it 2.9 out of 5 stars. Critters 4 is Critters in Space. So they're back in space after what happened in number 3. They're being transported back to the safe zone, to the jail. And number 4 might be the second best one next to number 1. Has Angela Bassett in it. She's really young in that movie. She does a good job. It was pretty exciting. I'd say number 4 is the second best. I'm gonna give it 3.4 out of 5 stars. All right, all done with the run. Ended up being just over 9 miles. What was the pace? Let's see here, pace today is pretty slow. 9 minutes, 10 seconds per mile. So yeah, pretty slow, but that's okay. We're taking it easy. We also ran the first half mile with Inga, so it's okay that we were a little bit slow there. No problem at all. We weren't trying to be super fast today anyway, but did end up doing 5 miles, which was slightly over what I wanted to do. And now I'm just sitting here by the pond listening to the frogs. I don't see them, but I can definitely hear them in there. All right, we're gonna go hike around, take some pictures, then we're gonna head over to the Mexican restaurant and eat. I might shoot a little bit of Thrifty Cent later, maybe. Show you guys what I got, like the lens, for example, that I bought. I didn't get it at a thrift store, but I did buy it used. It's like a $250 lens, and I got it for 77 bucks, so pretty happy about that. And it's actually in really good shape as well, which you just never know when you buy things used online, you know, kind of a crapshoot there, but ended up working out in my favor. So I'll show you guys what we got at the thrift store earlier in the week, which is, I think, mostly movies, to be honest, mostly DVDs that we found. And then I'll show the lens as well for good measure. All right, here we go. To end the video, this week's Thrifty Cent. Oh, here we go. Okay, so then I'm gonna start with the lens here. Now again, I didn't actually buy this lens at a thrift store, but I did buy it used online off of Amazon, off of a guy in Japan, believe it or not, sent it to me from Japan. So it goes on my Olympus. Mainly I'm gonna be using it on my Pen 9, but it does also work on my EM1 Mark II. It's a mirrorless lens. It's 14 to 42, which if you're like a 35 millimeter or like a DSLR type of person, this is the equivalent of like 28 to 84 basically. Yeah, but it's in really good shape. There's no scratches, no nothing like that. Both sides, this side and then also the side that attaches to there, are clean, no scratches, no dust, no nothing. Nice buy there for 77 bucks plus shipping. All right, onwards to the movies here. I'm gonna start on this side. We got some interesting ones here. Now, didn't actually even realize that this was a thing, but we found the Garbage Pail Kids movie, which yeah, should be a fun one. I'm gonna have to do a review on that just to see. Garbage Pail Kids, very popular when I was young. So never seen the movie though. Had no idea that this movie existed. Also, we got The Quick and the Dead, just because Inga had never seen it, and I told her it's a really good movie. It is a good movie. Has lots of good people in there. Quick and the Dead. Then we got this 8-movie collection for Steven Seagal here. This includes Black Dawn, Out of Reach, Flight of Fury, Shadow Man, The Foreigner, Today You Die, Out for a Kill, and Urban Justice. Now, I'd say at least half of those I've never heard of, but that doesn't mean we won't watch them at some point. So it was $2.50 for the 8-movie collection for Steven Seagal there, so good value overall. Then, last but not least, we got this. It's another 8-movie collection, but they split it into 2 discs here, so 4 on each, basically. And we kind of got tricked with this one, because if you look, Blade, Last Man Standing, as in like the Bruce Willis movie that we watched not too long ago, Jekyll and Hyde, Little Shop of Horrors, except for when you look closer, it's not the Rick Moranis Little Shop of Horrors. It's one that has Jack Nicholson in it, never heard of it at all. Blade, definitely not the Wesley Snipes Blade. It's something about some New York City cop named Tommy Blade, played by John Marley. Last Man Standing, also same thing. It's definitely not the Bruce Willis film. But some of these do sound interesting. Black Fist does sound interesting. I feel like there's one more that actually sounded pretty good, but I can't think of what it is. Either way, we'll end up watching these weird B-rated movies. And again, it's $2.50 for an 8-movie set, so still a good overall value. All right, that does it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, everybody, take care.